A very good morning to all the students of class 9. Today we are going to study chapter 16 climate of social science. See, we all know the climate is the average temperature condition over a long period, and the climate is determined from the average weather condition of summer, winter and monsoon. See, in this chapter we are going to study about the climate, weather, the different seasons and the factors that affect the climate. Now let us begin with this chapter, climate. Chapter 16, climate. See, climate is an average of atmospheric condition over a long period, and generally climate is the determined from the average weather condition of summer, winter and rainy season of a place for about 35 years or more. And in short, climate is an average of long term atmospheric condition. See, now if it is said okay, what is climate? The weather condition that is prevailing in any area in general or over a long period of time is called climate of that area. And generally climate is determined from the average weather condition of summer, winter and rainy season of a place for about 35 years or more from that. And thus what climate is an average of long term atmospheric condition also. Weather is an average of short term conditions of atmosphere. See, what is weather? Weather that refers to an average of what short term condition of atmosphere. Weather can change at any time during a day. See, it can change also at any time during the daytime, during a day only, full day. Change in weather condition depends on air temperature, air pressure, humidity, rain, fog, or amount of clouds, etc. See, the change what we see in the weather condition, they are dependent on the air temperature, air pressure, humidity, rain, fog, amounts of clouds, etc. Weather affects our daily agricultural activities. See, because of this weather, they affect our daily agricultural activities also. Indian Meteorological Department publishes a daily weather map and a report of the entire nation. See, Indian Meteorological Department is there. They publish a daily weather map of what of the entire nation. India shows a large diversity and characteristic in climatic condition. Season change in some parts of the earth according to the wind direction. See what happened. India now they show a very large diversity and it has a characteristic in climatic condition also, and season they change in some part of the earth according to what, according to the wind direction. And so the wind that change the direction, that is according to the season, and that is called monsoon wind. And these winds are also named after the Arabic word mausim. India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan and Myanmar are Asian countries which experience monsoon climate. See, the word monsoon that has been derived from the Arabic word that is known as mausim, and what it means, the season, that reversal of the wind during the course of the year. And in Asia, countries of India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan and Myanmar, they experience monsoon climate. Now we will see is the change of seasons. See, the revolution of the earth around the sun and her axial tilt are major reasons for changes. See, in this picture you can see that the changes of the season and how it is being formed, the changes in Indian climate. The axis of the earth is tilted at 23.5 degree. See, you can see that the axis that is being tilted by how much? By 23.5, and they make an angle of 66.5 degree. And which angle they make? 66.5 degree with the orbit. and the seasons are caused due to the axial tilt. And by how the seasons are formed? Due to the axial tilt. And regions receiving more sunlight experience summer. And see, in the middle you can see there is a sun rays, and the season which and the earth part whichever faces to the sun, they will receive sunlight more, and they will experience summer season. And while the region receiving less sunlight, they will experience winter. And the other side who are receiving less sunlight, they will have winter. Sun rays falls vertically over the Tropic of Capricorn on 22nd December. See, you can see that the sun rays that are falling, the sun rays, they are falling vertically where over the Tropic of Capricorn. You can see in the picture. And during when it falls on the Capricorn, on which date? On 22nd December. So the southern hemisphere, that part, the southern hemisphere, they experience summer, and the northern hemisphere, they experience winter. See, in the northern part it will be winter, and in the southern part it will be summer. They will experience nights in India are longer and colder in winter. See, we all know that the nights which are there in India, they are longer and colder in which season? In winter season. And similarly, the sun rays are vertical over the Tropic of Cancer on 21st June. See, you can see in this picture that the sun rays that they are falling vertical over what? Vertical over the Tropic of Cancer. And on which date? On 21st June. So the days are longer. So during that time the days are longer. So it is how it is said, the season that is being divisions of the year, they are marked by the changes in the weather. And it is by the ecological and hours of the daylight. And season that result for the yearly orbit of the earth around the sun, and the tilt of the earth's rotation null axis that are relative to the planes of the orbit. And see how the seasons are being changing, that is called the seasonal changes. And the axis of the earth now you can see is tilted at how much? 23.5 degree, and it makes an angle of 66.5 degree with the orbit. And when this earth rotates, it's tilt too. And this tilt in the axis of the earth, they causes the changes in the season. And during this, what happened? Those regions of the earth that they are facing to the sun, they will receive more sunlight, and hence they will experience summer season also. And whereas the region that receive less sunlight, they will experience winter. See, on 21st, with this what happened? You can see 21st December, sun rays falls vertically over what? Tropic of Capricorn. And hence during this period of southern hemisphere, they experience summer, and whereas in the northern hemisphere they will experience winter. And see, India lies in the northern hemisphere, so it experiences winter during this time. See, winter nights in India are longer and colder. And on the other side, on 21st June, the sun rays that falls vertically over Tropic of Cancer. And hence what happened during this period, northern hemisphere including India, they will experience summer. So India's summer are extremely hot and the days are quite long. Rotation and revolution of the earth have a direct impact on the food, clothing, and residence of man. See, all these things, what the climate of a particular place, that is influenced by the variety of interaction of factors and the factors that are related to it. And because of this rotation and revolution of the earth, they have direct impact on what? Food, clothing, and residence of shelter of a man. In monsoonal countries like India, the winters and summer monsoon winds which change direction according to the season. See, during the monsoonal countries like India, it is the winter and summer season, and monsoon wind. That when the monsoon wind changes the direction, they change according to the season, and they affect the seasonal weather, and they give a peculiar characteristic to the weather of every season. And they give the peculiar characteristic to all the weather of every season. and that is why the India is called a monsoonal climate, and in this way that's why India is called as the monsoonal climate. Variation in the climates of India. See, there are many variation that is being seen in the climate of India. That South India has a peninsular shape and hence it experiences moderate maritime climate. See what it affects. It is said over here that there are variation. We can see the variation in the climate in India. And South India na has a peninsular shape. They are of a peninsular shape, and that's why they are experience more moderate maritime climate. And while the climate becomes more continental while going away from the seashore, when we move away from the seashore, that it becomes more continental. And a large part of the North India is away from the seashore, and we can see that the many part of India that is away from the seashore, so it experience continental climate, or so that's why they experience which climate? Continental climate. And the Tropic of Cancer that passes almost through middle of India, area to the south of it falls in the torrid zone, while the area in the north of it is in the temperate zone. See, it is said over here when the Tropic of Cancer is there, that is passing where to the middle of the India. When it has been passing through the middle of the India, that area to the south they fall in the torrid zone, and the area which are in the north, that it is a temperate zone it falls. And because of this, what happened, there is a large difference where in the temperature also and the rainfall in different part of the country. For example, we see the temperature in Leh and Dras in the north in Kashmir is low as minus 45 degree Celsius during winter. See, in the Kashmir region, that is in the Leh and the Dras, which is in the north, it is very low, at it falls to minus 45 degrees Celsius during winter. And Sri Ganganagar and Alwar in Rajasthan, as compared when we see in Sri Ganganagar and Alwar, which is in Rajasthan, they record how much? 51 degree Celsius high temperature during summer. During summer they falls this much, 51 degree high temperature. And similarly, when we move towards Meghalaya, that is in Cherrapunji in the east of India, they gets about 1200 centimeter rainfall annually, which is maximum in the world. See how much they annually, how much rainfall is there over there in Meghalaya, that is 1200 centimeter, and which is been as which is said it is a maximum in the world. Moshiram, about 16 kilometer away from Cherrapunji. See Moshiram, which is how much away from Cherrapunji? That is 16 kilometer away from the Cherrapunji, is famous for receiving maximum rainfall during 24 hours. See, it has been recorded that it has famous receiving maximum rainfall. It is over there during 24 hours, during a whole day. In the west, the deserts of Rajasthan receive only 10 to 12 centimeter rainfall annually. And when we compare towards, when we move towards the west, when we see compared towards the west side of India, that is in the deserts of Rajasthan, they receive how much? Only 10 to 12 centimeter rainfall, that is annually. Contradicting climatic condition are seen in our country. See, we can see the contradicting climate as it is being seen in in our country, where one region has a devastating flood. In the one side we can see there is a flood, and on the other side we see that some parts they face droughts also due to the intense heat and scarcity or absence of rainfall. See, some part of the India they fall, it is a heavy rainfall and it flood occurs, and comparative to other part when we compare, that it is a drought also and they receive very less rainfall. And some region face devastating effect of thunderstorms. See, some of the region they also face the effect of what? Thunderstorm, sandstorm, tropical cyclone. All these things have been faced by some other regions also. See, thus the seasonal weather has diversified effects. See, in this way, we can say that the seasonal weather, they have a diversified effect on all these things. I hope you all have understood till here about the climate and weather and the seasonal changes. In the next part, we will see about the factors that are affecting the climate. Thank you.